Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the career training company passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to write the perfect teaching personal statement. Now, if you want to become a teacher, you will have to go through an application process and you will have to write and submit a teaching personal statement. And in this tutorial I'm going to give you the perfect model, a 7-step model for structuring an outstanding teacher personal statement. I will also, more importantly, give you an example teacher personal statement. So please do make sure you watch this from beginning to end because it's going to make a huge difference to your preparation. Now, before I get into that 7-step model and an example teacher personal statement, a very warm welcome to this tutorial. As I say, my name is Richard McMunn. That's me there in the centre. I've been helping people for 20 years now to successfully pass their job application forms, their interviews, and also their tests. And I'll do that today for you by giving you a top scoring personal statement. Please make sure you subscribe to this CareerVids YouTube channel by clicking the red button below the video. I don't want you to miss out on any of the weekly training videos I'm uploading. We've got about 230,000 subscribers now worldwide, and many of you are passing your applications and your interviews, which is brilliant news. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video, and it's always good to connect with like-minded professionals. I would also, finally, very much appreciate it if you gave the video a like. Thank you very much. That always tells me that you enjoy the content and therefore it is worthwhile me creating it for you. Okay, now I get asked many times, Richard, how do I write a winning teaching personal statement? And I always respond and say, you have to use a 7-step model. Now, if you use this 7-step model, your chances of passing the teacher personal statement will increase dramatically. So take notes as I go through this 7 model. And don't forget, I am then going to give you an example teacher personal statement. So the first thing, when you write your teaching personal statement, start off and tell them why you want to be a teacher. So when you open your personal statement, the first line is, I want to be a teacher because, and then you give examples why. And again, I'm going to tell you in a second what to put in there. Then the second step, number 2, you have to tell them why you feel you will enjoy teaching. Now, as you and I know, teaching can be a challenging and pressurized role. However, it can be very rewarding too. So what we need to do here is tell them why you will enjoy teaching above all the challenging aspects of the role. And this will also give them an indication as to your intentions of why you want to be a teacher. Step number 3, you then have to tell them why you have chosen your particular subject or your subjects of choice. Then number 4, you tell them the qualities you have that will enable you to teach effectively. And there are a number of qualities that you have to put in your personal statement. I will tell you in a second what those are. Number 5, then you tell them how any previous studies you have undertaken and any experience you have gained so far demonstrates that you will be an effective teacher. Then number 6, you will tell them how you may have benefited from any prior experience relatable to teaching. So have a think about any work experience you have carried out, any part-time jobs or full-times you've had before where that will benefit you for being a teacher. And again, I will give you an example in a second. And then number 7, finish off and tell them what you have learned and how it's going to help you become a professional teacher. So what you have learned throughout your life so far and how it's going to help you become a professional teacher. Now, let me now give you an example teaching personal statement. So again, take notes as I go along. I'm going to use that 7-step model and I'm going to split up this personal statement into the 7 categories so you know exactly what they are as I'm going through them. So the first one, why you want to be a teacher. I want to be a teacher because I feel the natural skills and qualities I possess will enable me to perform the role to a very high standard. I feel I will thrive in a teaching role where working under pressure, being adaptable, having patience and being entirely professional are core requirements of the position. Number 2, why you feel you will enjoy teaching. I feel I will enjoy teaching primarily because I will be able to have a positive impact on my students' present and future lives by providing them with high quality teaching, support and guidance. I will get to see firsthand the difference my teaching is making to their educational progress as a teacher, and I will be able to influence them to lead fulfilling lives and, more importantly, reach their full potential. Number 3, why you have chosen your subject. I've chosen my subject for 3 specific reasons. Firstly, it is a subject I am passionate about based on the fact I found it the easiest subject to study whilst undertaking my educational studies. Secondly, the work experience I undertook was in close relation to this subject, and on that basis, I was fortunate enough to witness firsthand the subject matter being used from a work perspective. Finally, I feel this subject is one that I will be able to encourage and motivate my students to learn with full passion and dedication. The subject forms an integral part of their future growth and career development, and therefore it is in their interest to grasp the subject competently. Number 4, the qualities you have that will enable you to teach effectively. The qualities I possess that will enable me to teach effectively include a patient and calm demeanour, which will serve to give confidence in my students' abilities and the space for them to learn, grow and develop. An ability to build positive relationships with all students with an entirely inclusive approach to teaching. Other qualities include a total dedication and passion for teaching, in-depth knowledge of my subject matter, and an understanding that I too must continually grow and develop. I also possess a strong grasp of the learning process, and I have outstanding lesson planning, presentation, and communication capabilities. Number 5, how any previous studies and experience demonstrate you will be an effective teacher. The studies I undertook are, in my opinion, perfectly aligned to this teaching role and subject. For example, during my studies, I already knew I wanted to be a teacher, and so I took notes at the end of every lesson based on what I had learned from the teacher's learning style, their lesson planning, and also how they described difficult topics with ease through alternative methods of presenting. Number 6, how you may have benefited from any prior experience that is relatable to teaching. In addition to having in-depth knowledge and a passion for my chosen subject, I also feel I have gained valuable experience and transferable skills from the time I spent working at a youth centre during my studies. During this time, I learnt how to develop and use effective listening and communication skills to motivate those who attended the centre. More importantly, I also got the opportunity to speak to parents and guardians of the centre attendees, which further enabled me to develop my listening and communication skills. Number 7, what you have learnt and how it will help you as a teacher. All in all, the combined skills, qualities, experience, and in-depth subject knowledge I have gained to date will enable me to become a strong, confident, and highly professional teacher. I will be totally committed at all times and focus purely on helping the students I'm responsible for develop a thorough understanding of the subject matter I'm teaching. Coupled with the fact I'm willing to learn from more experienced teachers and also having a desire to grow professionally, I feel I will make an outstanding teacher. Now that is a highly positive and confident teaching personal statement. It is in depth, it covers all of the 7 key areas. Let's just recap them. So those 7 steps you need to follow when writing a brilliant teacher personal statement are: number 1, tell them why you want to be a teacher. Number 2, why you feel you will enjoy teaching. Number 3, why you have chosen your subject. Number 4, the qualities you have that will enable you to teach effectively. Number 5, how any previous studies and experience demonstrate you will be an effective teacher. Number 6, how you may have benefited from any prior experience that's relatable to teaching. Now you will note within my section for number 6, I spoke about working at a youth centre. Now it doesn't have to be that for you, it could be any work experience you undertook, but you will notice that what I did there, I also spoke about how I had the experience of talking to parents and guardians of people who attended the centre, and that helped to build up my listening and communication skills. So therefore you've got skills there that are transferable and relatable to teaching because you have to speak to and communicate with the parents. And then number 7, what you have learned and how it will help you become a professional teacher. What I like about that statement, it is entirely focused on the students and helping them to grow and develop, lead fulfilling lives, be responsible people, and get far within their career once they've finished their educational studies. Now, what do you do next? So you can either watch the video again if you want to, and then use those 7 steps as a structure for creating your own teacher personal statement. And my advice is to make it between 600 to 700 words. Now, just a little bit of advice on that. Make sure you read the guidance notes for your particular teacher role. You know, they may ask for a certain number of characters or words. Make sure you stick within that. If you go over it, it shows that you can't follow instructions. And let's face it, as a teacher, you have to be able to do that. So I also have a brilliant guide for passing a teacher interview. So your first step is obviously to create your teaching personal statement. And my advice is to start preparing now for your teacher interview. If you click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video, it will take you through to my website where you can download my full set of teacher interview questions and top scoring answers. It's a PDF guide. You can have it within your inbox within 2 minutes from now. And within those answers, it will also give you some brilliant templates for creating your own teacher personal statement. So make sure you get a copy of that. Look, I love teaching you. Thank you very much for this, for watching. Don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. Please do subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you so much. And I wish you all the best for completing an outstanding teaching personal statement. Have a brilliant day. Thank you.